almost there. I just wanted to say that I really appreciated the weekend, and I appreciated everything that you gave to us. Appreciate you taking a moment to tell me about how it all came together, just on the grass there. And I'll never forget when we hugged right before we left, and it felt so amazing. I'll never forget that. I thought about it so much since I've left. I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. Best.
Hi, David. It's Jessie, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for hosting us at Camp David this last weekend. It was such an unforgettably wonderful experience. When I was a kid, summer camp was something that was probably the most special thing in my life and my most cherished memory. I went for 5 years to sleepaway camp. And some of the reasons I liked it was because of the community. We would have sing-alongs, and we would have cuddle puddles, and we would try out all sorts of different activities, and we would float down the river. And I would cry and cry and cry when we would leave summer camp because I knew that the real world wasn't like that, and it was just such a free place to be ourselves. And I felt like being at Camp David was like being at summer camp again. It was a place where we got to explore different things that we might have been interested in. We got to do cuddle puddles and sing-alongs and bonfires and s'mores and lots of other fun stuff. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating a space where that's possible, where adults can be kids again, where we can feel safe to be free. And it just about blew my mind when Sunday at dawn the fire spinners came out, and I just was like, are we at a mini festival? Because I guess we were at a mini festival. And as I said to you, like I swear when you look up at the word generous in the dictionary, there's a picture of you, because man, you're just one of the most generous people I know. I mean, I don't think you sat down for 1 second, just constantly looking for something. When I came to you for a screwdriver to make the bubble machine work, you were like, you immediately left what you're doing and went and looked to help me make everybody's experience better. And, just offering that I could take a nap in your room if it was too loud. Just everything that you did was so loving and kind. And it's just such a model for all the rest of us for how to show up in the world with a generous, loving spirit, and in a place of how can we serve others to have magical experiences. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I won't ever forget this weekend. Love you.
Hi, David. Thanks again for opening up your house and your heart and creating an unbelievable weekend for everyone who attended. For me, one of the great things about a getaway are the experiences you can have, right? The fire walking, the mud people, the open mic jam in the sunroom, they're all incredible. But, honestly, the thing that really affected me the most, I think, was that compliment line that we formed in the backyard, where, I was going through the lines, a little skeptical at first, but I was going through, and all these different people were giving me these incredible compliments, and really, it really moved me. And a lot of the people who went through were brought to tears by the warmth that was coming out of that whole group. And for me, that was probably the most unforgettable experience of all the incredible experiences that I had that weekend. And so thanks again.
I'm David. You are one of my most favorite people I have met recently. And I know that I've thanked you so many times already, but I really, really appreciate everything that you have done for me and for everybody else who stayed at your house last weekend. It was a crazy time, and I can honestly say that I've never experienced anything like that. Definitely in some ways it was kind of reminiscent of Burning Man, but a lot of the things that we did, I have never done before. And I really challenged myself to step outside of my comfort zone in ways that I think were really important. This experience for me was crucial for me to have. And it came at a really good time, honestly, because I was kind of in a dark hole before I came to Camp David, and then realized that there is actually light at the end of the tunnel. And so I'm really grateful for having been a part of this experience, and for being able to help tell the story of Camp David 2019. It's truly an honor. And I loved cooking for everyone. I loved, just thank you again. And thank you for empowering us to be ourselves and to express ourselves in the rawest way possible. I think that's really important to have, and we don't really find that enough. And it's important for people to feel safe and comfortable, and to feel like they can truly be themselves without feeling judged. So you're amazing. I'm glad that I bought that really shitty syrup, because it gave us that really nice thing, whatever you call it, for the firewalk. And I guess you're right. It was a miracle in disguise. So thank you again. And I can't wait to see you soon, and I will also see you again next year.
Hi David, just wanted to say thank you so much for an amazing weekend. It was so good to have a space to spend time with like 70 people and get to know everyone. You used your houses to create like a beautiful, beautiful community space, so people could explore and get to use the land and the house and cook together. It was one of the best experiences I've had. So thank you so much for putting that on, running around, getting everyone drinks constantly, and being part of activities and just making things run so smoothly, and preparing your house for us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi David, I wanted to send you a note and say thank you so much for hosting us over the past weekend. It was truly one of the best weekends of my life. I've been having a very intense week and really processing a lot of everything that happened, and the magical your was. And yeah, this was all thanks to you. So thank you for the work that you do to bring community together, and just been very, very happy experiences and not try moments.
Hi David, I just wanted to show my immense gratitude and love that you shown me this weekend, and wanted to give that back to you and tell you just how magical this weekend was. I've never felt more authentic, more myself, and more accepted ever in my 31 years on this planet. And to be around so many people and not feel lost or misunderstood like in so many other situations. This was truly inclusive, heartfelt, warm. It was beautiful, and I can't wait for next year. And I can't wait to see you from now until then. Thank you so much for bringing us all together, for offering your home, and showing me your warmth and hospitality. It was truly, truly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Inspire us in so many ways and have really set a new bar in hospitality and generosity. One of my personal favorite moments of the weekend was just sitting in the mud pit and looking up and seeing you completely covered head to toe, everything but those beautiful blue eyes of yours, just saying with the hat, I think it said, "I love my life," or "life is beautiful," or something like that. I don't think I'll ever get that perfect image of you and your truest essence out of my head. I also really love that moment where we just went one-on-one and you taught me a little bit about how to play lead guitar, and then we rocked out some Pink Floyd, "Wish You Were Here." David, I am so happy to know you, and I hope that our friendship only continues to blossom in the days and weeks and months ahead. All the love.
Take a moment to say thank you so much for being so gracious and opening your home up to me and to well over 60 people for July 4th weekend. It was so wild and so wonderful. I don't know many people that would be willing to open their home up in that way. So that that's huge, and I feel immense amounts of appreciation and gratitude for that. And my favorite moment the whole weekend was without a doubt the mud pit. That was incredible. Everyone just looked like a gorgeous sculpture. It was amazing. I can't wait to do that again. I'm craving mud pits now. I think the mud pit life might be very well suited for me. So that was incredible. And thank you. Thank you.
Dr. David Drew, you is one of the most caring human being I have ever met. And here is a tiny little example that I will keep forever in my memory. Upon walking into your house, heading to the bathroom, here I find this little wonder, little oil that you brought back from Thailand and that you'd already shared the miracles of with me last time we hung out. You saw me with it and you reached for it and gifted it to me. This is a tiny fraction of how generous your heart is, gifting, always looking out for each other and wanting the best for all of us. It is honestly unheard of. I cherish you for that. You are to be remembered for thousands of years ahead.
David Drew, you are the most generous person I've ever met in my entire life. You are an incredible human being, a best friend, partner in crime, partner in fun, and just someone that I love so much. I love the endless talks on the phone, and just so impressed with the way that you live your life, how much you give, how much you take care of yourself too. And just love you, man. So happy to be close to you, and so grateful for everything that you've ever done and been there, all the feedback. I love you.
Hey David, just wanted to thank you for creating such an amazing weekend, your hospitality, and that epic smile that really lights the house. Much love.
Hi David, I want to give huge thanks for hosting such a beautiful event. And I just want to say that this weekend that I spent there inspired a huge creativity flow in me that still continues. I really love this journey, and this is a gift to gather so many amazing human beings, all the dancing in the rain and the workshops and singing, oh my god, and firewalking, whoa, and everything. It was just so magical. I'll never forget it.
David! We love you.
So much for the incredible
From the bottom of my heart.
We
so appreciate it.
We love you so much. You are so generous, so giving, such a wonderful human being, and all of us had such an incredible time creating and connecting and making magic together, and with your guidance and with your love and with all of the things that you provided for us in order to do that. So thank you. Endless gratitude. You are a one-of-a-kind specimen, and you are just pure magic.
And I just want to mention that the way you just, treat everybody with this special treatment, like the way you treat us, the Anashians corner, or this is their corner. The way you just give us the coconut water and everything, it's just amazing, and I love you.
You bring out the best in everybody, and that's amazing.
You popped up at some of the most amazing moments with exactly what people needed.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you that you really touched me several times with your words, and I have to say that you're one of the most genuine people that I've met in the last few years. You speak from the heart, and it shows.
And you don't mince your words.
Thank you for being you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
David, thank you so much for hosting us for that amazing weekend. Probably one of my favorite parts was when we had that giant cuddle puddle and everyone got to share their talents. It was really amazing.
Thank you, David. It was such a great weekend for us, and it was so great to get to know a lot of people that we didn't know before. Really, really amazing people like you. Thank you for your generosity and for constantly looking out for us and making sure everything was okay. The whole fire show / fire walk was really, really cool. So thank you so much for organizing that. We are sad we missed being part of the Mud Tribe, but we were there in spirit, and hopefully next year we will be there earlier to do that. Yeah, thank you so much again, and we are so grateful to have met you and to have been part of the experience.
Yes, thank you, David.
Hi, David. Zahava here. Just taking a moment to thank you so much for Camp David. It was such a beautiful weekend in so many ways, and besides the grand, incredible activities of the mud and the lake and walking on fire, what really stood out to me as well, of course those moments did, but were those moments in between where we got to just walk by people and hug and embrace and connect and have little side conversations and nooks, and being able to have those moments happen so naturally and really allowed space for truth and to really be ourselves and to unfold, and that comfort that was created and the space that you created for us to do that is something I really want to carry out past Camp David and allow people to walk by and have those special moments of hugging and gratitude every day, even though I don't get to see you every day. But I'm sending you a big hug right now, and thank you so much for the whole weekend and for creating that space that's ongoing and that comfort and that truth. It's really, really appreciated. I'll see you soon. Mwah.